episode 3, organism limits. And let me just cut right to the chase. This episode completely backslides back over what we got in episode 2. And what we got in episode 2 was not anything to write home about. It was okay. It was passable for what we got for episode 2. We got that excellent cliffhanger fight scene at the end, but then we're right here with episode 3, and nothing has improved. I'm just gonna go ahead and even play it right here. This has gone right back into nothing but I can't even find the words for it. It just simply slid right back into a PowerPoint presentation. We get PowerPoints after PowerPoints after PowerPoints. We open up with this boring scene from with Dr. Genos being confronted by Zombie Man. We can find, and this right here, by the way, is all we get for that fight scene that we got from last week. This right here, this is all we get. This is all we get. And this is the most of the animation that we get right here, and it was just absolutely pathetic. But this is what we mostly get right here. Just PowerPoints after PowerPoints, just pan-ins of characters that have no animation put towards them. It's just a disappointing show. Now I can see why the director, Shinpei Nagai, decided to get off of Twitter. That when he did that, that basically confirmed to me that this was going to be an awful, awful, awful season. I'm just clicking on random scenes and everything like that. We barely get any type of animation. Most of what we're always getting is just stuff like this. You see all this right here? Just these characters that are just showing up, still scenes. They try to put emotion in these characters, but there's no emotion whatsoever. And you'll notice something that's pretty commonplace with a lot of the screens where I'm clicking at. You notice what's commonplace here. Other than this one right here, where the background is very detailed, we don't get very detailed backgrounds. I'm just clicking on random spots throughout the entire anime here. And no backgrounds. Backgrounds are completely boring. The characters are lifeless. We get nothing but still images. I would say that this episode was probably 95% still images and 5% animation. And when you see stuff like this, I don't consider this animation. I don't consider this animation. And I would say that throughout the entire episode, it's a lot of pan shots. You see, there are all of these pan shots that are going around and everything. The pan in, the zoom out, this right here. It's pathetic. It's absolutely pathetic, frankly. And I'm not going to do a review of this anime anymore. I'm just going to be looking at all the, unless something major happens that's very worth talking about, I'm not going to do any more recaps of the episodes. I'm just going to go straight into the reviews and all that. And before people start getting kind of upset about how I'm just going to be dragging JC Staff over the coals for all of this, I want you guys to know something. Let me go ahead and pull up JC Staff's list of work. This is their list of work right here. And I'm going to just point out, if you like Konosuba, Konosuba's greatly animated. Is it wrong to try to pick up Girls in the Dungeon? That one is phenomenal. Food Wars, great. Bakuman, great. Tsukimichi, great. A certain scientific railgun and a certain magical index is handled by JC Staff. This, I used to say here and say that JC Staff did not have the experience to be able to handle One Punch Man. I completely disagree with that now. They absolutely have the staff and the capability to be able to handle One Punch Man. Because they handle, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? They handle they're the main place for certain scientific railgun and a certain magical index. They handle those. Food Wars, some of the best shonen anime and some of the best drawings, to be frankly, in an anime. And that anime came out in the mid 2000s. So they have the talent to be able to do this One Punch Man justice. Let's keep going through here. The Way of the House Husband. Now that one was a bunch of still images and everything like that, but I know some people liked it. I didn't. I thought it was pretty boring, but some of you guys did like that. How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom. That is a good one. That's a great anime. The Demon Girl Next Door. How a Realist Hero Rebuilt the Kingdom Part 2. That's a great anime. Golden Time, that's a great anime too. Shakugan no Shana, that's an obscure one, but I'm pretty sure that was a pretty good one as well. Let's keep going here. Let's see what else we got going. Date A Live. I haven't watched the anime, but I know some people rave about Date A Live. Maid Sama is great. A Certain Scientific Accelerator, which is part of the Certain Magical Index series. Eden Zero, which is fairy tale in space. I mean, we could keep on going here. All the anime that these guys handle. The Duke of Death and His Maid. Angels of Death. This one was great. Angels of Death was a great one. Slayers, the motion picture. Demon Lord 2099, which is one of my sleeper hits of 2024. This studio knows what it's doing. And we can just keep on going forever and ever through all of their anime. By the way, to go back to the first page, this one, The Disastrous Life of Saiki K. This one also happens to be a Bandai Namco produced anime. And they did a pretty good job with this one. Some of you guys liked it. I tried watching a few episodes. It just didn't grab me. But the fact of the matter is that JC Staff has done work for Bandai Namco before. And what they are giving us right here on One Punch Man, let me go ahead and bring that back up here. What they are doing with One Punch Man right here is inexcusable. There's no excuse for how they have treated this franchise. JC Staff has the ability to go in here and handle this type of work. But it's unbelievable that this is what they have gone ahead and produced. And I know some of you guys want to try to sit there and put a lot of the blame on the production committee. Fine, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to keep this blame right where I think it should really lay, and that's at the feet of JC Staff. JC Staff has produced a subpar product, and there is no excuse for this. The only blame I would put on Bandai Namco is two things. One, they themselves don't have any respect for this franchise, and two, they should not have let JC Staff go beyond episode 1 of season 3. This is just unacceptable. You can click anywhere in this episode, and for the most part, you are going to get still images and pan shots, scrolling, lots of characters that are standing around that are emotionless and bland, backgrounds that are uninspiring and flat. In fact, all the characters are flat in here. There's no dimension to any of these characters. This is absolutely pathetic. I'm giving this episode right here 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. I don't care about the fight scenes. The fight scenes that we got right here between Garo, Insect God, and King the Ripper, not even worth talking about. They're utterly forgettable. And then we got another fight scene over here between these two characters right here, and they try to make it seem like it's impressive, but it really isn't. It really is not all that impressive at all. We've seen far better fight scenes. 2 out of 10. One Punch Man is just an utter disappointment. It really is. It really is. And again, because the director decided to leave Twitter, he tried to put it on the fact that he's getting harassed and he's getting death threats, which I do not support in any instance whatsoever. But I think what he really is upset about is he can't handle the fact that we, the fans, the customers, are coming in and just letting him know that One Punch Man Season 3 is complete and utter dog shit. But those are my thoughts on the issue. What do you guys think about all this? Jump down in the comments and let me know what you think. And make sure you guys do like, share, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. All that stuff does help me out. And remember, this is Chris Boats signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy.